What's up, y'all? I just want to make a quick video of something I've learned trying out this big man that I really enjoy. He's both can take it in the paint, dunk it on you, and also make sure you got to stay out and guard him on the perimeter. This little drop step into basically like a Kobe triple threat move into basically the dunk meter is so effective. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on basically how you're able to do that move and what you need because it is such an OP move. It works like butter if you can just get it going. And so I'm going to go through basically the essentials you need, and then I'm going to step by step go through exactly how you pull off the move. So the essentials you really need, I would say, as far as badges, you're definitely going to need Back Down Punisher, probably on Hall of Fame. Now, how I ended up getting it on Hall of Fame is I'm pretty sure. So I went with an 86 strength, and then I went with an 88 post control. I think it might have been, let's see. Yeah, it was the post control that actually popped right here for me for Hall of Fame. But I would also, whether you go strongly for one or the other, I would probably make sure you have both pretty high because you may see varying results if you just have high post control and no strength. Um, so I would definitely make sure you have both of those. So Backtown Punisher is definitely essential. I would also say if you can't get Backtown Punisher that high, Takeover, power back downs, absolutely essential because there's going to be times where you're going to come up against a true center that cannot be moved. He cannot be moved by that badge, whatever you try to do. This is where power back downs come in. You don't need to pop it twice or anything. Everyone I've come across, as soon as I get this takeover, they're moving. They're backing it up. They are backing it up, Terry, for sure. So they are absolutely backing it up, and you're able to get exactly what you need to do to them. People are going to start coming straight for you from the perimeter. People are going to be open for three, pass it out. Don't be jealous. Don't be all up in. Don't be like Denny or anything. Be sure to pass it out if you ever get double teamed. That's a huge principle in this concept. If you start getting double teamed, shit's not gonna go down the way you want it to. Just pass it out, get the easy three, come back for another bucket, make them respect your man on the perimeter, and then do what you need to do next possession. So, besides that, the only other thing you will need, I think, obviously, you probably need a little bit for drop stepper, but I would be honest, you may not need drop stepper that high for this. I will be completely honest because even if you don't have drop stepper at all, you're still able to do the drop step move. You're still going to be able to do the drop step move, and the drop step move is not really the essential for this. It's really the Kobe little step through that gets you the spacing you're going to need under the basket to get the big green. But drop step does help a lot because you can end up flinging your guy on the drop step. You can end up flinging your guy on the drop step, and then all of a sudden you're getting a normal dunk when you're trying to do the Kobe step through instead of having to work for that extra dunk meter. And I'll show examples of that here in a minute. So, besides all of that, the only essentials besides those are, of course, the animation. What Kobe step through am I talking about? All you need is the Kobe Bryant triple threat style. He has a little step through, and I can actually go and show that little step through. That step through right there is basically I am flicking up and to the left to get that every time. Now, when your pivot foot is on the right, it'll be up and to the right. But when you're down here posting up and you do a drop step to the right over here, you're going to come around and start facing forward, and that means that Kobe step through will be on the left. When you're over here on the left and you spin through on your drop step to the left, that Kobe step through will need to be flicked on the right. That's something that you'll need to get down in order to master this. Okay, now let's actually go through the examples that I have set up that you can see me actually pulling off this move in real time. Okay, right here is one prime example. I'm backing them down, backing them down. When you get to maybe about here, basically almost right when your opponent's almost basically under the basket, or almost, sometimes you really want it basically to get a guarantee, you want to start looking for the drop step. To execute the drop step, you already see my left analog stick right here. I'm pushing up right, and then I'm going to hit square, and my guy is going to basically roll his shoulders to the right over my opponent. Then you'll see me, as soon as I get out of this drop step, you'll see me let go of left trigger and then flick my right analog stick up left. I do that to get the Kobe triple threat step through. As soon as I get that step through, typically that spaces my man out away from me and also puts me under the basket. Once I'm under the basket, then you'll see me flick up down for the dunk meter, and then you'll see all the way through I get that. Just like that. So we got backing down, drop step, Kobe step through, dunk meter. Okay, here's another example coming from the left. I'm backing them down, huge push right there. Now, usually I understand some people be like, well, you pushed him all the way under the basket. Why don't you just turn around and get the dunk meter? The only problem I have with that is I have been caught dirty so many times with just trying to do that and ending up with such a small meter instead of a big meter, even though I practically pushed my guy completely under the basket. There is a good chance you may have better looking animations, like you may posterize a dude better that way and like put him on the ground. But for me, getting bigger greens and better greens more consistently, this is a much better way for me to do it. So I'm coming from the left side right here. So to initiate this drop step, I basically hit the left stick up left. I'll go back just so you can see it. So I'm going, and then boom, right there, you see the left stick hit up left. And as soon as once I went up left, I hit square to initiate the drop step going left. As soon as that drop step ends, I am hitting the Kobe. Since I'm coming from the left, when I turn around out of this drop step, the right stick will need to go up right to get the exact step through with Kobe. You'll see it happening right here. Right there. It happened super quick, but it was there. It was boom. There it goes. And then bam. Dunk meter. Just another one through. It's super quick, but I promise you, once you do it enough, you'll get it like over and over. Now I'm going to show you, those are coming from the right and from the left. Now what can happen when you are trying to get that Kobe, what can usually happen, and 567 kind of helped me because I was trying to figure out why this exactly happens. When you're trying to get that Kobe step through, sometimes when you get that drop step, and this may be for people who have a higher drop step badge, when you get that drop step, you will fling your opponent. When you fling your opponent and then you go for that Kobe step through, sometimes the game just thinks, oh, this guy wants to dunk, and it'll immediately give you an easy dunk, and you don't even have to worry about dunk meter. Now I'll show you a few examples of that actually popping. All right, now here is one where basically I'm going for the Kobe step through, but I basically end up getting a dunk animation instead. Usually this happens when maybe the opponent is smaller than you or they just get stunned in that drop step. Now before you end up seeing this, I'm going to tell you this, especially in threes, but even in twos as well. When you have more than one person in the paint, stuff is going to go wrong. It is going to go wrong. Just pass out to your man, let him get the three, make that man respect the guy on the perimeter, then you can come back to this bag later. Me and 5'6" were just trying to get this to pop, trying to get this animation to pop, to make sure we can actually show you this and get everything done. But do not follow what I do right here. He was wide open, but I was trying to just get this done and get this over with. Okay, so we're coming from the right side. So remember, if we're coming from the right side for the drop step, whenever we're ready to hit it, we're going to hold it upright, then hit square. It'll roll us over to the right, and then we will hit the Kobe up left on the right stick. Backing them down, get it, boom. See right there, I went for the Kobe, but it immediately gave me a dunk animation. Now right here, this one's coming from the left. So remember, if it's coming from the left, when I want to initiate the drop step, I'm going to hold the left stick up left and then hit square. Once I do that, my guy is going to roll around, and then to get the Kobe step through, I'm going to take the right stick and flick it up right. You'll see me go for the right stick, upright step through, but it'll immediately give me the dunk instead. Just like that. Easy. Easy. Trust me, with time, you'll get it. Honestly, if I missaid anything in the video, just watch the controller cam. The controller will not lie. I might have said left when I meant right. I'm sorry. It can be completely confusing, but watch the controller cam. There's one last thing I want to show you just so you don't get confused when you're down in the paint, because there is one thing that can really get you knocked off and make you kind of confused when you're down there, when you're trying to pull this off. Okay, so basically, let's say you're trying to post up and you're on the left side and you're not like this. Let's say you end up like this. This all of a sudden reverses everything because you're going to be you're going to end up drop stepping to the right instead of the left, and then that also means the Kobe Bryant step will be the opposite. So if you could just remember the Kobe Bryant step will be the opposite of the way you drop step, then you're good. But if you can't remember that and you just want to always make sure you end up facing this way, like this correct way or whatever. So say you end up like this, all you have to do while you're posting up is you flick up on the right analog stick. Once you flick up on the right analog stick, it basically just switches the way you're posting up. So, I mean, maybe you're good enough to where you can post either way and you know which way the Kobe's going to be, you know which way you're going to drop step and which way the drop step's going to be there and everything. But if not, then this is the way you do it. You just literally, while you're posting up, you flick up on the right analog stick and it'll put you back right where you need to be. Alright guys, that should be it for the video. I know this probably ends up being a long one, but usually my videos end up turning out that way. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I just haven't got around to it, so I hope this helps you, and yeah, have a good one.